Welcome everyone. I am Hassan Muhammad Mustafizur Rahman Polash, Assistant Professor of English. Today our topic is cloze test with clues, and this is our second online class on the topic. From the previous class you came to know about cloze test, you came to know about importance of it, you came to know about some tips, and finally you came to know about the use of nouns. Today we will discuss adjectives. We will try to know how to solve cloze test with adjectives. After the lesson, you will know the definition of adjective, you will be able to use adjectives in a sentence, you will be able to use adjectives to fill in the blanks, and you will know about comparison of adjectives. What is an adjective? It is very easy for you. We use an adjective to describe nouns. An adjective is a word that tells about a person or a thing. It gives information about nouns or pronouns. It provides information about the size, shape, age, color, or material of an object. It can also describe the quantity of nouns. Look at the examples given here. It is a big table. Here the word big indicates the size of the table. So, it is an example of an adjective. It is a round table. The word round in the sentence is an adjective because it describes the shape of the table. Use some flowers in the arrangement. Here the word some describes the number of flowers, so the word some is an example of an adjective. When a word describes the size, shape, quantity of a noun or a pronoun, it is an example of adjective. Some notes for you. We do not use any singular form of adjectives. We do not use any plural form of adjectives. It doesn't have any masculine form, feminine form, and neutral form. Now, we are going to discuss how to use an adjective in a gap. Here are some points for you. The first point that we need to know is that we will use an adjective when there is a gap before a noun. Look at the examples. They live in a beautiful home. In this sentence, there is a gap before the word home. Here the word home is a noun. We know that before a noun we can use an adjective. So in the gap we will use an adjective, and that is beautiful. Let us explain another example. We should follow the traditional forms of entertainment. The word forms in the sentence is a noun. So before the word we will use an adjective, and the word traditional is an adjective in this sentence. Here is another example. There is a big building. I think you are able to explain the reason why the word big has been used before the word building. If you understand the first two sentences, you will also understand this sentence. The word building is a noun, and before this word we will use an adjective. So the word big has been used here. So when there is a gap before a noun, you may have to use an adjective in that gap. After the verb to be, you may need to use an adjective. Amager, was, were, etc. are the examples of to be verb. You may need to use an adjective after a linking verb. What is a linking verb? A linking verb is a verb that connects a subject with its predicate. Become, look, seem, etc. are the examples of linking verbs. Read the examples. She was funny. In this sentence, the word was is a to be verb. Sometimes we use an adjective after a to be verb. So we have used an adjective here to complete the sentence, and the word is funny. In the rest of the examples, looks, feel, seems are linking verbs. We have already come to know that an adjective is used after a linking verb. So we have used the adjectives confident, great, and impossible in the examples. Try adjectives if there is a gap after a to be verb or a linking verb. You may have to use an adjective after an adverb. If you find a gap after an adverb, you can try an adjective in that gap. Read the examples. He is a highly successful businessman. In this sentence, the gap is after the adverb highly. You know, an adjective can be used after an adverb. Here, we will have to use an adjective, and that is successful. In the same way, the other examples can be explained. The words nicely and seriously are adverbs. After the words nicely and seriously, we will have to use adjectives. We have used decorated and ill in the gaps, and they are adjectives. However, if there is a gap between an adverb and a noun, or after an adverb, you can try adjectives there. Look at the structure. Some verbs are given here. They are believe, find, know, think, imagine, and etc. You may have to use to be after the verbs mentioned here, and after to be you may have to use adjectives. Two examples are given here. We know him to be careful, and they feel the decision to be important. The words know and feel are the verbs here. After the verbs know and feel, we find the use of to be in the sentences. According to the structure, we will have to use adjectives in the gaps. The words careful and important that you can see in the sentences are adjectives. Keep in mind that after some verbs, to be is sometimes used before the complement. Look at another structure. Here you will find some verbs. After the verbs regard, rate, acknowledge, you may have to use as. After that, you will have to use adjectives. Let us explain the examples. We regard him as a foolish man, and do you regard their behavior as bad? Try to find out the verbs. You are right. The word regard is the verb in the two sentences. After the verb, you will use as, and after that, use adjectives to complete the sentences. The words foolish and bad in the examples are adjectives. Here is another structure for you. Read the verbs believe, consider, has, drive, find, get, make, and etc. are given here. After the verbs mentioned here, if there is a gap, you may have to use adjectives in the gap. Read the examples. We made Amy angry. In this sentence, the word made is the verb. After this verb, you may consider the use of an adjective, and the word angry, underlined here, is an example of an adjective. We can explain other examples in the same way. The words look, found, seem are the verbs. So consider the use of adjectives after these verbs. The words angry, sleeping, exciting are adjectives here. Generally, adjectives are used with nouns. Sometimes you may have to use adjectives in the place of a subject or an object without any noun. Don't forget to use the word the before the adjectives when they are used without any noun. Try to concentrate. When adjectives refer to some well-known groups of people, you can use adjectives in the place of a subject or an object or after a preposition without any noun. Two examples are given here for you. They collect money for the blind, and they should do something for the helpless. The words blind and helpless are underlined, and they have been used after prepositions. Though we need nouns after prepositions, we can use adjectives if the adjectives refer to some well-known groups of people. At the same time, it is necessary to use the word the before the adjectives. Here the blind mean the blind people, and the helpless mean the helpless people. When adjectives are used to refer to some abstract quality or idea, you can use adjectives in the place of a subject or an object or after a preposition without nouns. Read the example. She does not believe in the supernatural. The word supernatural is an adjective and it has been used after a preposition, though we generally use a noun after a preposition. You can use adjectives in the place of a subject or an object when the adjectives refer to nationality. For example, the Irish are proud of their sense of humor, and the English live in the United Kingdom. In the sentences, the words Irish and English are adjectives. The underlined words are in the place of a subject. We use a noun in the place of a subject. But we have used adjectives here without any noun. It is because the words Irish and English used with the refer to nationality. Keep in mind that if there is a gap in the place of a subject or an object or after a preposition, and if the words suitable for the gaps refer to well-known groups of people, abstract quality or idea and nationality, you may have to use adjectives in the gaps to complete the sentences. We use a single adjective in a sentence, but sometimes we have to use multiple adjectives. Look at the examples. My friend is a tall, fair Japanese man. In this sentence, we find three adjectives after the verb and before the noun. Here the words tall, fair, and Japanese are adjectives. Here, the word tall refers to the size of the man, the word fair refers to the color of the man, and the word Japanese refers to the origin of the man. We can explain the second and third examples in the same way. In the second sentence, there are three adjectives. They are small, square, and metal. In the third sentence, the words awful, antique, and coffee are the examples of adjectives. All the adjectives in the second and third sentences have been used after the verb and before the noun. However, multiple adjectives can also be used at the place of a subject. So, if there is a gap and the word near the gap is an adjective, you may have to use another adjective. Now we are going to discuss comparison of adjectives. Adjectives can be used to make comparisons. They are used to indicate what is different or similar about two or more things. There are three types of comparisons. They are positive, comparative, and superlative. In the positive form of adjective, no comparison is implied. Here, positive forms of adjectives are used. In the comparative form, comparison is made between two things. Here, comparative forms of adjectives are used to make comparison. And in the superlative form, more than two things are compared with one another. Here, superlative forms of adjectives are used. Here is a chart given for you. In the chart, you can find the positive form, comparative form, and superlative form of adjectives. However, three sentences are here as examples. Read the first example. No other boy in the class is as good as Karim. This sentence is an example of positive degree. The word good is the positive form of adjective. Now the second example. Karim is better than any other boy in the class. An example of comparative degree. In this sentence, the comparative form better has been used to make the comparison. And the third one. Karim is the best boy in the class. An example of superlative degree. The superlative form best has been used here to make the comparison. Some examples for you. By going through the examples, we will try to explain the use of the comparison of adjectives in clause test. A column named place of adjectives is given here for your better understanding. Read the first example. Alfred is as happy as Watson. This is an example of positive degree. When the gap is between as and as, or so and as, we will have to use the positive form of adjective in the gap. In this sentence, the positive form of adjective between as and as will be used. And that word is happy. Look at the structure given beside the sentence. Now read the second sentence. No other boy is so small as Karim. This is also an example of positive degree. We know that the positive form of adjectives is used between as and as, or so and as. In this sentence, the word between so and as will be the positive form of adjective. So, we have used the word small. The structure is given beside the sentence. Let us read the third and fourth sentences. These apples are brighter than those apples, and this dress is more beautiful than that dress. Don't forget to use the comparative form of adjectives before the word than. So when there is a gap before the word than, you may have to use the comparative form of adjectives. In the sentences, the comparative forms of adjectives have been used before the word than. The word brighter and more beautiful are the comparative forms. You can easily understand it if you look at the structure given beside the sentences. The sentence Naomi is less clever than her friend is an example of comparative degree. We have used a comparative form of adjective before the word than. However, when the gap is between less and than, you will have to use the positive form of adjective in the gap. See the structure given beside the sentence. The next two sentences are examples of superlative degree. We use the superlative form of adjectives when more than two things are compared with one another, and the word the is used before the adjective. In the sentences, he is the tallest boy in the class, and it is the most beautiful picture in the book. Superlative forms of adjectives have been used after the word the. Here, tallest and most beautiful are the superlative forms. Some sentences are here for practice. Read the sentences and fill in the blanks with words given in the brackets. You can make any grammatical sense if necessary. Try the sentences, try to fill in the blanks with right answers. Let me know if you have any problem regarding the lesson. Ask questions in the comment section if you have any. All the best. Thank you everyone.